Hello everyone. CBSE has recently issued the sample papers of class 12th for board exams 2023. I am SDS Shah, Faculty of English at Resonance, and today we will do the analysis of the sample paper for English core for class 12th. Students, please see the paper this time very carefully. Don't take English for granted because the difficult level is extremely high where this sample paper is concerned. I am not scaring you. मैं किसी को डरा नहीं रहा हूँ. I am just trying to make you aware that please English को हल्के से मत लेना. Go through the things and give equal importance to English also for the board exams. Let's analyze the paper. The maximum marks is 80 and the time allotted is 3 hours. As usual, the paper is in 3 sections and the first section is your reading skills, and in this 2 passages are given followed by the questions. Till now, before the sample papers were issued, बहुत सारी confusions थे in the mind of the students. The students were confused as to what type of paper will be there, how many MCQs will be there, कि MCQ will be there only in the passages or it will be there in the question answers. So today we will clarify all the things, and 2 passages are given to you and the passages have 5 MCQs each. So 2 passages, 10 questions each, so total 20 questions in reading sections, and out of those 10 MCQ, that is 5 MCQs are there in the each question. And the questions जो आपको subjective दिए गए हैं, they are also not direct based. You will have to read the passage, understand the passage, and then you have to dig out the answers. और इस बार they have laid emphasis on the vocabulary session also. So these are the types of questions. You can go through the sample papers, site पे जाके देख सकते हो. So 10 questions in the first passage, which is the literary passage. The second passage is the factual passage. इसके अंदर you will be given a chart and on the basis of it you have to give the answers, and इसके अंदर also there are 5 MCQ based questions. And see the reasoning type of questions, true or false type of questions भी आपको दिए हैं. So you won't be able to answer the paper unless and until you read the passage and understand the passage. So 10 questions, 5 MCQs in each of the questions. Next is your writing section, and this time they have given equal weightage to all the topics, and the sample paper is based on the same way, and all the questions from all the topics have been included. Yes friends, the question from all the topics as per the syllabus, as per the guidelines given by CBSE for 2022-23 हर एक टॉपिक के क्वेश्चंस लिए गए हैं. Section B is of 20 marks. In this, the first part is notice writing, and 2 notices are given and you have to attempt any one of them, and the questions you will have to read it carefully, नहीं तो you will be unable to answer them correctly without any mistakes. The second part again is short composition. In this 2 invitations are given. The first invitation जो दिया हुआ है, it is a reply to the invitation, a formal invitation, and the second part जिसके अंदर है, you have to draft a formal invitation. So 2 questions based on invitations, you have to attempt any one. Word limit is 5050 and the marking scheme is 5 marks. Same way for notice also. Notice will be of 5 marks. Moving on to the next one. Coming to the long compositions, your letter writing. 2 types of letters are there in your syllabus. दोनों type के letters दिए हैं. One letter to the editor has been given, and the second letter which is given to you is the job application. Yes, and in letter to the editor, some points also have been given to you. Visualize किया हुआ है. You have to go through this and accordingly you have to put up the solution. And the second one है, that is job application, and see the big advertisement. एक advertisement दी गई है, and on the basis of this, so these are some new type of questions. The students will be surprised कि ऐसे question तो अरे हमने कभी देखे ही नहीं थे, and many of the things will experience where this year's sample paper is concerned. So I'll again say that go through the sample paper very carefully and please give equal respect to this subject also. So, now on the basis of this, you have to apply for the job. Next is your, again points are given to you and it is an article writing with a word limit of 120 to 150 words. Topic has been given, some points also have been given to make the things easier for you. Go through the points carefully and then you have to attempt the answer. And the detailed solution as to how the things are to be answered, ये हम discuss करेंगे in the next video. आज की वीडियो तो हमने सिर्फ we are here to analyze the sample paper issued by the boards. The next question is report writing. Newspaper report के लिए some points have been given and on the basis of it you have to draft the newspaper report. And again this question is in option along with article, word limit 120 to 150 words and which is the word limit, and the maximum marks will be 5 marks is the scheme. Now moving on to the literature part. Yes, it was a suspense for many of the students what type of questions will be asked, क्या इसमें भी MCQ होंगे नहीं होंगे, only subjective questions will be there or what. This time the things have changed and the questions from all the topics from the syllabus have been included. Yes friends, whatever syllabus has been decided by or updated or notified by NCERT for CBSE students, सब topics में से question लिए हैं and the first in writing literature part is the extract based questions. 2 questions are taken from the poem, you have to attempt any one and see the marking scheme. 6 marks का ये है and the questions आप देखोगे will be surprised. In this 3 MCQs are put up in the first extract and see the type of questions, reasoning type का भी है, based to check your vocabulary, the questions have been put up and so on. So you have to see which option is correct and so on. So you have to read the poem very carefully, understand all the poems carefully and don't take things easy. Moving on to the next one, see the question based on vocabulary. Next one is a question based from other poem, A Thing of Beauty, written by John Keats, and इसके अंदर they are followed by 6 questions and in this extract there are 5 MCQ type of questions. See the type of MCQ questions 1, 2, 3, then 4 and 5. इसके अंदर 5 MCQ type of questions are there. Next question, again an extract based question from your book Vistas. Yes, इसके अंदर each extract is of 4 marks and इसमें भी you will get MCQs. Out of the 4 questions, 2 questions are MCQ type. और second extract दिया है from the chapter Journey to the End of the Earth. So all the chapters have been given equal respect and same way you also have to give equal respect if you want to score handsomely where English core is concerned. इसके अंदर also you are given 4 questions and 4 में से 2 are MCQ type. And then the third extract base now is from the book Flamingo, a question from the chapter Poets and Pancakes which was deleted till last year. So the topics which are deleted or which have been included or reintroduced in the syllabus this year, हाँ दोस्तों, जिन टॉपिक्स को इस साल रीइंट्रोड्यूस किया हुआ है हर चैप्टर में से अच्छा वेटेज दिया है and questions have been asked from those particular chapters as well. Same way it goes for the chapter Poets and Pancakes over here. And this also has the MCQ type of questions and the marking scheme is 6 marks. In this there will be 3 MCQ type of questions. So B part है, second one है again a chapter from a question from the chapter The Interview, which again was not here in the syllabus until now for the last few years. कुछ सालों तक नहीं था. This year the chapter has been reintroduced again for English Core 2023 and again a question and extract from this chapter has been reflected. 6 questions you have to attempt, out of which 3 are MCQs. So go through the sample paper in details carefully and how to solve this sample paper we will discuss in the other video tutorial. Now moving on to the short type of questions from Flamingo, including the prose and the poems. And dosto, see the word limit, this time they have changed the word limit. Till earlier years it used to be 30 to 40 words, and now this year the word limit is 40 to 50 words. So, you have to write comprehensively in details, and the questions are again not direct. No direct question from NCERT are put up, कोई straightforward questions नहीं है. The questions will compel you to think on that particular topic. और आप कब सोच पाओगे, कब लिख पाओगे? When you know, when you have read that particular chapter very carefully. So, please pay equal respect to all the topics. Don't make any wild guesses, don't try any permutations and combinations कि ये chapter में छोड़ दूंगा, options आएंगे. Please don't take your chances. And here options is there. Out of 6 you have to attempt any 5. 2 marks each with a word limit of 40 to 50 words. So, chapter question from the last lesson, my mother at 66, Lost Spring, Keeping Quiet poem में से, the chapter Red Trap, one more question from Aunt Jennifer's Tiger the poem. So, 3 questions from your text and 3 chapters from your prose part of Flamingo. Moving on to the next answer, short answer type questions. Now, ये questions है from the chapter from Vistas. Word limit again same 40 to 50 words. 3 questions are given, you have to attempt any 2 of them. 2 questions आपको attempt करने इसके अंदर of 2 marks each with a word limit of 40 and 50 words. And the question which are reflected are from the chapter the 3rd level, the Tiger King and the enemy. And finally हम चलते हैं long answer type questions के ऊपर. Long answer के अंदर 2 questions are given, you have to attempt any one. Flamingo में से 1 question from a very important chapter, Deep Water, with a word limit of 120 to 150 words, and marking scheme is 5 marks. And finally, और question है from the chapter Going Places. ये chapter also was not there in the syllabus for last few years. This year this chapter has been reintroduced again. So, Going Places में से भी एक extract based this long answer type questions has reflected in the. And finally, the long answer type questions from your Vistas. And the first question is from the topic Journey to the End of the Earth by Tishani Doshi. आपको attempt करना है 120 to 150 words में with the marking scheme of 5 marks. And finally, the last question in your question paper for 2022-23 will in sample paper is a question from the chapter Memories of Childhood. This chapter also, friends, was not there in the syllabus earlier years. This year this chapter has been reintroduced again. So, आपने सबने देखा होगा कि now जो भी chapters delete हुए थे and they have been reintroduced again, those chapters have also been given nice weightage. So, friends, go through the question paper very carefully, the sample paper provided, and accordingly start preparing for those things. So, finally, let us analyze the paper of English core in short. Section A में 20 marks was the weightage, 2 passages, first passage 10 marks, 10 questions, 5 MCQs and 5 subjective questions were there. It is literary passage and 1 mark each over here. Second question was again an unseen passage, total 10 questions, 5 MCQs, 5 subject, and it is a factual passage in which a box is given, a chart is given, and accordingly you have to give the answers. Moving on to section B, short composition. The first question was you have to, it is notice writing, 2 notices are given, you have to attempt 1 out of 2, marking scheme 5, word limit 50. The second short composition type is invitations. 2 questions were there on invitations, one is reply to the invitation, and then the second one is formal invitation, you have to draft an invitation, and 1 out of 2 you have to attempt with a word limit of 50 and marks 5. Long composition के अंदर moving on to letter writing, 2 types of letters. The first letter is letter to the editor, the second is job application followed by an advertisement, and then you have to respond to that answer. And from these 2 letters you have to attempt any one with 5 marks as the weightage. And finally, one more long composition in writing section. One question is based on article, the other is based on newspaper report. From these two you have to attempt any one and weightage is 5 marks. So, these are the types of questions put up in the writing section. Next, from your literature, extract based from Flamingo poems, 1 out of 2, 2 poems extracts were given, you have to attempt any one. One was from a roadside stand, the other question was from a poem, A Thing of Beauty. In this extract, in roadside stand, 3 MCQs and 3 subjectives are there, whereas in A Thing of Beauty, there are 5 MCQ based questions and 1 subjective. Total weightage 6 marks. No option, internal option is there from those questions. Yes, from those 2 poems, one option is that you have to attempt any one. The second extract based question is from Vistas. 2 extracts from Vistas are given. First from the chapter On the Face of It, second from the chapter The Third Level, and out of these 2 chapters you have to attempt any one of the extract. And 2 MCQs and 2 subjective type of questions are there, 1 mark each. So, total weightage for this extract from Vistas is 4 marks. And finally, extract from the Flamingo prose. The first extract is from the poem Poets and Pancakes. The second one is from the poem The Interview. Both these chapters were not there in the syllabus till last year. इस बार आए हुए हैं, दोनों के extract पूछे हैं. From these 2 you have to attempt any one and weightage is 6 marks, and out of the 6 questions asked 1 mark each. There are 3 MCQs and 3 subjective type questions. So, many variations are there this time. After this, आपके short answer type questions follow, and the first set of short answer type questions, this time they have changed the word limit. Yes friends, word limit is 40 to 50 words compared to 30 to 40 words as per last year. Questions given from Flamingo, prose as well as poem. Internal choice है यहाँ पर. Out of 6 questions you have to attempt any 5, and the questions which are put out are from the last lesson, My Mother at 66, Lost Spring, Keeping Quiet, The Rat Trap and Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. So, 5 poems are there in the syllabus, 2 poems were asked in the extract, and the remaining 3 poems have reflected in the short answer type questions. So, this time they have covered all the poems, whether in the form of extract or in the form of short answer type questions. So, do not leave anything unread. हर टॉपिक को play equal importance. And then 3 questions out of these 6, 3 are from poems and 3 are from your Flamingo prose. Marking scheme 2 mark each for these questions with a word limit of 40 to 50 words. And finally, the short answer type questions from your Vistas. 3 questions are given, 2 you have to attempt, and the questions जो लिए हैं The Third Level, The Tiger King and The Enemy. 2 marks each, and the weightage for this is 4 marks. So, these are the type of short answer type questions, and finally, the long answer type questions, the last type of question in the board exam for English core 2022-23 is the long answer type question with a word limit of 120 to 150 words, and from prose 2 chapters are targeted, Deep Water and Going Places. The word limit for each question is 5. From these 2 you have to attempt any one of them. And the last of all, which will relieve all your tension of this board exam paper, is the questions from Vistas. 2 questions, Memories of Childhood, and the second one is Journey to the End of the Earth, 5 marks each, and total weightage is 5. So, out of these 2 you have to attempt any one of them. So, the paper is not that easy friends. I will again repeat that the paper is not that easy. A quick glimpse at a glance as to how the questions or what type of questions along with the weightage is put up in front of you. So, go through these things carefully and realize that each and every topic has been given weightage. Equal weightage has been given, सबको importance दिया गया हुआ है. So, you also give equal importance to all the topics, all the chapters. Don't leave anything unprepared. or you might land up at the receiver's end. और जो ओवरऑल एनालिसिस अगर हम करते हैं इस पेपर का, पैटर्न, yes, the questions and the pattern is as per the revised syllabus or the guidelines issued by NCERT for CBSE 2023. The paper level difficulty, yes, the paper level is difficult. 20 questions out of this 80 marks का पेपर में से 20 questions are MCQ types. In this, vocabulary type of questions are also asked. They have given equal weightage, equal importance to this. They want to see reasoning type of questions are there, assumption reasoning type of questions are also there, vocabulary based questions are also there, and no straightforward questions from the text are taken as it is. Options are given in the writing section, unlike the last year. Yes, if you just compare the paper with the last year of 2021-22, in that no options were given in the writing section, but इस बार आपको थोड़ा आराम दिया है. They have given you some comfort and options will be given. And finally, the question from all the topics. Yes friends, questions from all the topics are covered and equal importance and weightage has been given to them. And finally, as per your textual chapters of books, what is the weightage? From Flamingo Prose, the total weightage is 17 marks. From your Flamingo Poems, the weightage is 12 marks, and from Vistas, the total weightage is 13 marks. So friends, now gear up, तैयार हो जाओ. Yes, पेपर को solve करो and don't get disheartened. Read the chapters carefully. तैयार करो अपने chapters को अच्छे से. Do up all the formats where writing session is concerned. Gear up, तैयार हो जाओ, be well equipped and then solve the papers. And how to solve the papers in the minimum time. How to save time, किस तरह से पेपर की तैयारी करना है, इसके लिए will be coming up very soon with some other video tutorial. So this is all where the analysis of sample paper of English core for 2022-23 is concerned. So stay tuned, subscribe our channel, like our channel, and for more informative video tutorials, keep yourself ready. Thank you all and see you again in the next video.